Okay, today we're going to review integers. This was something we started at the very, very beginning of the distance learning. So we're going to go back over some of these questions. The idea is that you can use models to add and subtract integers from -20 to +20. Integers are just positive and negative numbers. So it says, here's the lowest temperature recorded in 2 centuries for some U.S. cities. The temperatures are in degrees Fahrenheit. Death Valley was -45. Danbury, Connecticut was -37. Marcelo, Florida was -2. East St. Louis was -36. Greenville was -17. Which of these states had the lowest recorded temperature? So the lowest recorded temperature is going to be the one furthest from 0 on the negative side. So the number that's going to be furthest from 0 is going to be -45. So Death Valley. Then they want to know which state had a lower recorded temperature, Florida or Georgia. So Florida was -2, Georgia was -17. So which one had a lower temperature? -17 is further from is further from 0. So then it says which state had a lower temperature, Connecticut or Illinois. So Connecticut was -37. Illinois was -36. So -37 is going to be colder. So that was Connecticut. For D, how many more degrees colder was the temperature in Georgia than in Florida? So Georgia was -17 and Florida was -2. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 degrees. Draw a diagram to represent each of the situations and write an addition expression that represents the final temperature. So the temperature was at 80 degrees. So it goes to 80 degrees. Then it fell 20 degrees. So they want an addition expression that represents the final temperature. So that'd be 80 plus -20, which would be 60 degrees. The temperature was -13. So it's -13. Then the temperature rose 9. So I'm at -13 plus 9. So my answer is going to be -4. Then it says the temperature was at -5. And then it fell another 8 degrees. So where is it at now? So that's -8. So -5 plus -8 is going to give me -13. A temperature is -2 degrees Celsius. A temperature rises by 15 degrees Celsius. What is its new temperature? Well, we can do this a couple of ways. I'm going to show you with chips. So I have 2 negatives and then I have 15 positives. Okay, so I create what's called a 0 pair. So a negative and a positive make a 0, a negative and a positive make a 0, and then I count whatever's left. So once I've canceled everything out, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So my answer is going to be 13, and it's going to be positive 13 degrees. Celsius. Then it says at midnight, the temperature was -6. By midday, the temperature is 9. By how many degrees did the temperature rise? So for this one, I'm going to use a number line. So I'm starting at 0, and I know that I'm at -6. So then to get back to 0, I'm going to have to add at least 6. And then to get to 9, I'm going to have to add 9. So 6 plus 9 is going to give me 15 degrees. So it rose 15 degrees. Question 4, Claire had $54 in her bank account. The store credits her with a $10 refund. How much does she have now? Well, a refund is giving the money back. So 54 plus 10, so now she has $64. That's a plus sign. All right, my owes the bank $60. So if I owe it, it's negative. She gets $85 for her birthday and deposits it into her account. So she gets a positive 85. How much does she have now in her bank? Well, if I drew a number line and I'm at 0 and I go to -60 to come back, that would be positive 60. So to get to 0, so then 60 plus what's going to give me 85? Well, an additional 25. So now her bank account's at $25, and that's a positive 25 because 60 plus 25 is 85. Tyler has overdrawn his bank account by 180, so overdrawn is negative. The brother has $70 more than him. How much money does Tyler's brother have? So $70 more would be a positive 70. So I'm going to draw this on a number line. I'm going to switch colors though. So I'm going to draw it on a number line. So I'm overdrawn, so I'm at -180. And then I go forward $70. Well, that's going to leave me at 110, but it's going to be a negative. So how much money does Tyler's brother have? Negative $110. Andre has $37 in the bank account and writes a check for $87. After his check has been cashed, what will his bank balance show? So he has 37, and then he writes a check, so that's a negative 87. So how much does he have now? So I'm going to do another number line. I'll do it over here. So I have 37, so 0, and here's 37. Then I write a check, so that's going to be negative 37. Sorry, guys. Negative 37. And then if I want to get to finish off, so negative 37 plus a negative 50 is going to get me $87 because 37 plus 50 is 87. So negative $50 is what the bank account's going to show. All right. So now it says for each difference, if you get stuck, draw a number line. So 9 minus 4, well, 9 minus 4 is 5. So I'm going to change this into an addition problem. So 4 plus negative 9. So if I wanted to draw a number line, I'm going to start here. So all right, so it says 4 plus negative 9. So 4 and then negative 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have negative 5. So then the next one is 9. I'm going to change to an addition. And I'm going to change this from a negative to a positive because when you change to an addition, you have to change the sign of the second number. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So then negative 9 plus 4, because remember, you're changing both signs. because if I change to addition, I also have to change the second sign. So now I'm at -9 and I'm going up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm at -5. So then E is -9 minus 4. So that would be -9 plus -4. So I would go 4 in that in this direction. So I end up with -13. F is 4 plus 9. Well, that's 13. -4 plus 9. So I'm at -4 and I'm adding 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's +5. Then H would be -4 plus -9. So again, I would be I would be at -4 and I'm going 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be 10, 11, 12, 13. So -13. A submarine is searching for an underwater features is accompanied by a small aircraft. One aircraft is 200 meters above. So the airplane is 200 meters and then the submarine is 55 meters below. What is the difference in height between the submarine and the aircraft? So what is the distance here? So I would do 200 plus 55. So I end up with 255 meters. Then it says an underwater, what is it? An underwater robotic vehicle is 227 meters below. So I don't know what that would look like, so we'll just draw that. Okay, so what is the distance between the underwater aerobic vehicle and the submarine? So they're both underwater, and I'm trying to find the distance between these two. So I'm going to subtract 227 minus 55. So I get 172 meters. All right, which of the following would represent a negative number? Explain what a positive number would represent. Which of the following changes would you use to represent a negative number? So a loss of 4 points, that would definitely be a negative number. A gain of 50 yards would be a positive number. A loss of $10 would be a negative number, and an elevation above sea level would be a positive number. So if I wanted to come up with my negatives, it would be A and C. So then they said, here are some transactions. Which transactions would represent negative values? So when I deposit, it's going to be positive. When I withdraw, it's going to be negative. When I get a credit, not a credit card, but when I get a credit, it's positive. When it's deducted, that's a negative. When a check's written, that's a negative. When it's withdrawn, it's a negative. When I get cash back, it's a positive. So now I need you to go ahead and do your IXL objective. You're putting some integers in order from least to greatest. Remember that it's a mirror image on either side of the 0. And then you're going to do your IXL, or you're going to do your cool down.